Hi there, guys, and welcome to the Chronicles of Gamers, episode 61. This is a podcast where we love to explain our love-hate relationship with video games. I am, of course, your host, Efocutioner, and it is just me today. Gamer Composer is actually really busy on a project. Laura Brioche came back from a nice little journey, and she's actually working on another project too. So I know I usually make like the story of like, oh, they're on some magical adventures. No, Laura Brioche is doing a game jam, and Gamer Composer is doing a groundwork, and I believe he has another project as well. So yeah, that's what happens when I have like two award-winning composers on my podcast. They're really busy, and I appreciate them coming on whenever they can. I there's nothing more I can say about that. Also, if you haven't seen it, Kingdom Hearts trailer, go watch it. Really excited about it. Got to see Goofy, and I can't believe I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it, because it hasn't been at least a month. But if you haven't seen it, I can't believe this certain character is back. I thought he was dead. I guess you can't die in Kingdom Hearts or something. I am really, really excited to play that game. Unfortunately, the topic will not be about Kingdom Hearts. Although, if you have checked out the website, or if you haven't, check out the Chronicles of Gamers.wordpress.com. Check out the blog. I actually wrote about it in my Dear Journal post about how excited I am. And there are quite a few things that people did not recognize or notice right away. This is why you shouldn't make a response video. Not everyone, because I haven't seen everyone's YouTube video, but I will say this. Sometimes it's better to wait and not do a reaction video right away, because there's a lot of things you miss. There's a lot of things you miss. And it's worth watching a couple of times to be like, dang, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. So yeah. Anyways, though, it's time to get into It's All About the Hype. This is where I like to talk about any video game news, any industry news, any video game related topics that I have that are just super exciting and hyped, because it's all about the hype. And today, I know there's been a lot with the industry. Oh my gosh. But I want to talk about something positive and something that's caught my eye or attention, especially since I've been on Reddit. I've come back on Reddit, and I've been exploring, answering questions, putting questions on. And one thing that's been recently coming up a lot is, due to the fact that Dragon Ball FighterZ has now been released, everyone's had a great time of playing it. It'll be coming up to a month since the game's release, and a lot of people have been taking this game seriously. Like, when the first 2 weeks started off, it's really hard to get online and play. The servers were like hella busy. Everyone was playing it. Now there's a lot of openings. Well, not a lot of openings. Like, servers still get full, but it's not as bad as the first 2 weeks. People have pretty much bought the game, and when they played online, they really complained that they were getting their ass kicked a lot. They're like, I just wanted to play the fighting game. And then there's other people that are like, I want to take this game competitively. I think I'm really good. I want to test my luck and see how well I do in tournaments. So it's very interesting that Dragon Ball FighterZ has created this new type of interest to people who are never really cared about fighting games, or that were just like, competing in tournaments is stupid. And now they're like, yo, how do I do this? How do I do that? I want to be really good. And then there's other people that are just like, well, I bought this fighting game. I thought I could just like play it casually. And I can't do that, because every time I hop online, everyone bodies me and I get upset. I never get a chance to press the button. And I want to talk about that a bit. For those that are complaining, so I'm going to go on that one side of the spectrum. They're just like, well, I bought this fighting game because I thought I could just play it, and I thought I could hop online and have a good time. And so for those who buy fighting games, it's a commitment. Out of all the video games that there are, shooters, puzzles, all that stuff, it's a commitment. It's a huge commitment to do if you're going to play a fighting game, especially if you're going to play online nowadays, because there's no leniency. There's no, kid gloves. It's whatever you put into this game, that's what you get out. And if you were buying this game to like go online, play casually, maybe get a few wins and feel good about yourself, hop off, disappear for a couple of months to play other games, come back and think you're going to still be on that level, that's not going to happen. Like, that's not what fighting games are all about. And it's really gotten to that point now due to the beauty of online. It's where you have to put in the work. And I know for people who buy video games, that's not exactly what you want to do. Although from time to time, you will get those people like who play Dark Souls or, Demon Souls or Bloodborne who like a little challenge online, like in their games. But it's a challenge, but the game kind of rewards you by giving you extra stuff to make your character better. So that way it gives you a little bit more leniency to do stupid shit. Fighting games doesn't do that, especially online. Because there's so many tools out there. People can hop on YouTube and watch whatever combos they need to be, or like how to defend against certain attacks or certain block streams. They can watch certain streamers that can give them tips and stuff. And then you can just literally type in Google, how do you do this? How do you block? How do you defend against this? How do you move in this game? So at the same time, it's just, you can't play a fighting game nowadays and expect to just be good. Like, you can't just go learn combos, hop online, and think everything's going to be good. You're going to get some wins, you're going to feel good about yourself, and then you can just leave. Nah, it's a commitment. It's either you bought this game knowing that you want to at least be good on a certain level, or you just wasted your money. I know it sucks to say that, but when you buy a fighting game, you kind of have to decide, like, where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be? What's the level you want to be at? Do you want to be the best online? Do you want to be the best against your friends? Do you want to be the best in your state? Do you want to be the best in the country? Do you want to be what everyone wants to be? And that's the greatest. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. That's just how it is. Most people might want to be like Sonic Fox, man. Some people don't. But unfortunately, if you're buying a fighting game nowadays and you're like, I just want to play this casually, what the hell? Nah, you can't do that. Although it's your money, you can do whatever the hell you want. You just can't be mad, or you can't just like post stuff online being like, this is bullshit. I bought Dragon Ball FighterZ just because I wanted to play and I can't play. I played the last 10 games and everyone knew what they were doing. They wouldn't let me do anything and I just op my ass kicked. And this isn't how you're supposed to let casual players get on. And it's like, no, stop it. If you wanted to play a game casually, go play a shooter, man. You got Overwatch. Go play Overwatch. You got Monster Hunter. Go play Monster Hunter, man. If you're not going to put in some work, put in the time and energy, you're just going to bitch and complain, get the fuck out of it. There's the door. Deuces. Thanks for the $60, though. We appreciate it. Or, Bandai Namco appreciate it. Because that way, that lets them know they can do a sequel. Good stuff. Put it into the prize pile. For those that are looking to take fighting games seriously, though, congratulations. Even if you want to just be the best online, that's still something. Because being the best online can transition if you ever wanted to go to a tournament. I mean, it's a whole nother beast. But I'll talk about that in a minute. Now, for those that are like looking to be like the best in their friends group, or if they're like going to their local scene, or if they're going to anime conventions and they're competing in tournaments there, which most people have been doing. They're like, oh, I'm going to this anime convention, and I'm not that familiar with that many, and I want to compete here. What do I do? It's nice that they're posting that stuff online. I'm going to give like some quick tidbits. When you first compete, buy gum. Gum is very, very, very strong. Gum is top tier. Because you're going to play nervous. You're going to play nervous as fuck. Because you're mostly played online and you mostly played at home. You're comfortable at home. You might get a little bit nervous, but you're at home, you're in your underwear, or you're in your boxers, or your briefs, or, well, that's the same as underwear, or your shorts, and you're just playing. So you have an ability to just relax. Unfortunately, you can't do that. Although you could probably take off your shirt at a tournament. Unless you're a woman, then it's gonna be a little hard for you. But either way, just get some gum. Gum is a great way of just distracting the mind, and I mean at least distracting the body, because you will get the shakes when you play, and it makes your doing your combos 20 times harder. So when you're chewing on gum, that kind of alleviates that stress. Another thing is, don't be upset if you drop combos. You're gonna drop combos. I've dropped combos. I still drop combos in tournaments. That's just the way of life. Even pros drop combos. No one's a freaking machine. So everyone drops combos. If you know you drop a certain combo at a certain time, just back that out, relax. One thing you should not do is yell in your head saying like, oh shit, I dropped this combo. You're so stupid. I can't believe I dropped this combo. No, fuck that. Just be like, time for a reset. It's just a reset. Just let it go. Just be like, okay, let me back away. That's it. Just tell yourself, mentally tell yourself. That's another thing too that's really going to kick your butt, is if you try to mentally kick yourself down, don't do that. Mentally tell yourself, it's okay. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes, especially in a fighting game. If you're facing somebody and you realize, like, every time you rush in, he's been pressing the button, he's been countering you and blocking you and all that stuff, well, then that just means that you need to be like, hold up, let me relax, count to 10. You know, if you lose that set, just take a minute. Be like, let me go to character select. Go to character select. Take a break. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then just calm yourself down. If telling yourself in your head doesn't really work, another thing you can do is get a pen and paper and just write down. Be like, hey, you are doing well. You are doing fine. I know that you dropped this combo, so instead, let's just do an easier combo in order to get that confidence. Block a little bit more. You're doing fine. And most importantly, even if you lose, you got losers. And even if you're in losers and you lose, you can be like, look, I learned what I need to do. You did a great job. You did something that a lot of people are scared to do, because it's people's pride people will get bruised easily in their pride when they go 0-2 in tournaments. Look, that's how you get better. Even getting your ass kicked and donating to the prize pot, that's just how you get better. If you're really trying to play this seriously, you gotta take a lot of L's. And it's okay to take a lot of L's. Taking a lot of L's is not that bad, man. And I believe last and importantly, because I know you're gonna meet a bunch of these people in tournament as well. You're gonna meet like people that are like sponsored or pros, and you're gonna think to yourself like, oh man, I don't know if I can be on a pros level, because pros are just so naturally good. Like, look at Sonic Fox, he's just so naturally good at everything. And it's like, it's not that Sonic Fox is naturally good at everything, it's just he enjoys what he plays, and that really helps. He's pretty much like Goku. Goku doesn't fight to just fight. He fights because he likes fighting. And because he really likes fighting, he's just really good at it. He's just naturally good at it. And that's just how it is. You can be that way too. If you truly enjoy Fighter Z, just play. And if you're facing a pro, don't even worry about it, man. The only thing that's different between you and a pro is just experience. If you both take the time to learn the ins and outs of the mechanics of the game, everything of the mechanics, then the only thing that you guys are really missing is experience. The pro's just going to have a little bit more experience than you. And that means the pro just took more L's to realize what he's doing wrong in order for him to not take any more L's when it's money time. And that's all you're doing right now, is you're taking your L's. It sucks that you're taking your L's and you're losing a bit of money, but if you want to get good, that's how you get good over time. Like, seriously. The only difference between you and a pro is experience. Like, that's literally it. It's the same thing between a student and a master. It's just that the master's failed more times than the student. You just gotta believe in yourself, man. But I'm really glad that a lot of people have been using Fighter Z as that start-off point to play fighting games. Also, since if you are looking to get into others besides Fighter Z, or if you're just like, you need something else to play, or if you're more interested in fighting games, I highly recommend checking out KOF, because that's also a 3v3 game. And I also recommend Skullgirls. That's another 3v3 game. Like, there's no excuse, especially since both of the games, pretty much the combo systems are the same. You're just going to be switching it up between certain heavy and light attacks. So, Injustice 2 is another good game to try. Yeah. Oh, and then of course, when you do go to tournament, make sure to get some warm-up games in. Don't play cold. Go play against some casual players. And don't sandbag either when you go play casuals against people. Play your main team. Because if you're going to compete and you're going to sandbag just to sandbag, that's dumb as hell. You're trying to warm the fuck up to get better. And you're trying to warm the fuck up to at least do well in tournament. Pick your main characters and fucking play. That's it. Hope that helps. If you have any more questions, or if you're also concerned, or you want to figure out what other things to do in Fighter Z, I'll be streaming soon. I should be streaming this coming week. It really depends on my schedule of work. But I'll showcase my Fighter Z skills. It's not going to be that great. But that's another way to learn, is to stream or just to showcase your skills, because that's another way to get used to nerves, because people are going to be watching you. So, and there might be a chance you'll play on stream. So, yeah. But if you have anything, other questions, you can message me at the Chronicles of Gamers podcast at gmail.com. Just remember, stay positive and don't bring yourself down. If you fuck up in any way, just let it go. You got this, man. I tell people all the time, you got this. Even I tell myself that. I have to write it down, but I say I got this. And most of the time you do. You'd be surprised how well you can do if you just stop attacking yourself. And another thing is, just stop attacking yourself. That's it. I'm going to leave it there. Anyways, we're going to take a small break. When we return, we're going to get into the next topic. So, stay tuned. Hi there, guys, and welcome back. And now we're going to get into Indie Radar. This is where I like to talk about any indie games that I've discovered and played. And I feel like sharing, man. Indie Radar. Beep, beep. I did Roadrunner. I found these two games on itch.io. Itch.io. Gotta love that. I'm also playing a few indie games, but I discovered these two games on itch.io, and I think I'm going to support one of them on Kickstarter. And the first game I discovered is Landflix Odyssey. Is a 2D platformer that mixes many gameplay elements from various genres, and it really does. But you play as Larry, a lazy binge watcher who ends up in a dimension that's based upon his favorite Landflix, aka Video on Demand, aka Netflix, TV shows. Make him travel through many shows, gathering powers based on their lore, while helping famous characters without infringing on copyright, and ultimately face an evil genius trying to conquer the world, aka Netflix. Help him gather blueprints for his scientist-related Uncle Doc to power up his skills. Yes, you'll also see a quote-unquote version of Doc Brown. The game is fun, though. I enjoyed it. I was quite interested in the game. I highly recommend you playing it, trying it. I'm showcasing it a bit, of course. It's really fun. A little annoying, but I feel like it's worth supporting on Kickstarter. So I'm going to give Landflix Odyssey a little bit of my money once I get paid. So I have enough time to wait for the next paycheck. Whew, man, it's like, I'm already in like 2 Kickstarters as is. I'm about to be in another 2. Well, that's just how amazing this game is. But I highly recommend trying it out. Another game I found is 3 AM at the Krusty Krab. I managed to download this game because I know it's going to be taken off very fast. This is definitely copyright on SpongeBob SquarePants. But let me give you a description of the game. Mr. Krabs decides to stay up late counting his money, but little did he know that at 3 a.m. on Tuesdays, the hash-slinging slasher comes back to wreak his horrible vengeance. You must gather all things and escape the Krusty Krab before he kills you with his rusty spatula hand. He's been working on this game a little. The developer has been working on this to a point where he said it literally blew a fuse inside his brain. And he decided to take breaks and work on other projects. But it is a decent game. And the lights kind of give you a good indication of when to go and not go. Last but not least, I know I kind of thought a little bit of Five Nights on Freddy's until I actually played a little bit longer. And then I realized, like, it's not exactly like that due to the fact that the flashing lights will let you know that he's coming. And then you'll see him and then he'll stop. And then you can just go ahead and do things. Well, Five Nights on Freddy's, you got to be looking at like 1,000 different cameras. He kind of shows up in like only 2 places in the game. But yeah, it's still pretty fun. I don't know if this game is I think this game is going to be taken out really fast. It sucks, but I feel like it's definitely going to get taken out really fast. So if you can get 3 a.m. at the Krusty Krab, and if you are a SpongeBob fan, highly recommend playing this because I actually found it funny. And I was thinking about the episode of when Squidward was like telling SpongeBob the story of the hash slinging slasher. Tongue tied. Because he was working the graveyard shift. Like, yo, man, Mr. Krabs is an ass. That's why I was like, I was conflicted if I wanted to die or not. So I'm like, man, I don't like you, Mr. Krabs. You're an ass. Yeah, those are my 2 indie games. Definitely worth checking out if you have the time. If you have any other indie games that you discovered, or if you would like to have discussed on the show, you can message me at the Chronicles of Gamers podcast at gmail.com, or you can comment at the bottom if you're watching this on the video. Either way, show some love to these games. Alright, so we're going to take a small break, and when we come back, next topic. Stay tuned. Hi there, guys, and welcome back. Unfortunately, I don't really have a true story. I'm really surprised. Well, I mean, I guess I do. Although, I haven't really done much. Actually, no, I played quite a bit of games. But I just don't know if they're worth any true stories. And I really just wanted to give my 2 cents on Fighter Z, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. And I really want people to give fighting games a try. Because I truly believe that everyone should at one point in time take a fighting game seriously just to see, or at least showcase, what they are as a person. Because I feel like that's what fighting games kind of do. Like, it really is something where it's like you put your all into it. And even if you lose, the only person that should really matter how well you do is yourself. Because, like, this is something I have to relearn for myself. But success in fighting games is the same as success in life. It doesn't matter what other people think you're doing. It matters what you're doing. If you know you're putting your best foot forward, but you still land short, but you know you're doing the right things, that's all that matters, as long as you know that you're doing the right things. Your opportunity will come, and when it does, woo-wee, you can pop the fuck off, which is what I like to do. So yeah, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that. I guess that could be a little true story. I just did a true story there. Be confident, believe in yourself. It really does help. Staying positive in like really shitty situations. Dear gosh, that saves you. You can use that in any video game. I don't care what you're playing. If you're Bloodborne, Overwatch, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, when you're getting your ass kicked against somebody, when you're playing Kingdom Hearts and you're stuck on Destiny Islands, you gotta believe in yourself. You can do it. You can make it through. Besides that, we've reached that time of the show where I have to say goodbye. But before I leave, before I go, there's one thing I like to do. You already know what it is. And that's time for selfless plugins. Go. Chronicles of Gamers, Chronicles of Gamers, Chronicles of Gamers, Chronicles of Gamers. I am very sorry that I have not been posting as much. I have a lot to edit. Like, it's no joke. I'm doing indie love for A Ground, doing indie love for Oxenfree. I'm still playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I should be done before, let me see, looking at the date. It's the 11th that I'm recording. I should be done by the freaking 22nd, 23rd at most. Because I at least put in 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours. And then I could just take a few days off of work and just work on the video 100%, get it done, post it up before the end of February and be done with it. But I know for a fact that I do want to do a review, or like a nostalgia review. That's what I want to call it, on Kingdom Hearts. So I'm going to play 1.5, 2.5. Although I was playing it a bit, I wasn't really, like, I've been playing it on and off, but yeah, I'm going to do that. I do apologize for not having a lot of video up. But if you have been checking out the blog, I've been posting there. I've been doing more writing because that's something that I want to do. And I feel like that's something that I feel like people would like to read more than videos. And it's a little bit more personal. And I can be a little bit more personal with my writing. And I could actually practice with my writing. So thank you for those that read it. Seriously, thank you. I do my best, but damn, I can't write for shit sometimes. But that's how you get better. You got to keep doing it, and then eventually something will click. Of course, you can message us at the Chronicles Gamers Podcast at gmail.com. If you have any hype news that you want to talk about, or if you have any indie games or sound tests or whatever, you know, man, you can just let me know, and I'll put it on the show. Or if you just want to say what's up, you know where we be at. Of course, if you're watching the video, you can comment at the bottom. Comment at the bottom. I truly appreciate that as well. Anyways, though, oh man, I'm like tongue-tied all day. Anyways, though, thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. I am out of here. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook. I almost said MySpace. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, all of the above. I'm out of here, so stay lit.